at UNLV. We were speaking about that earlier, Javier and Latika and I can't believe this is actually our 4th orientation, but it is, and we are growing exponentially every semester, and we're just delighted that you are a part of this very important program. And I'd like to introduce our brand new mentoring coordinator, Javier Rodriguez, who you see on the stage with me. Javier started with us this past spring. He's done a phenomenal job helping us recruit you, employers, mentors, as well as our mentees. So we're delighted that he is part of our team. And we also, of course, have our esteemed Dean of the College of Engineering, Rama Venkat, who's always been a tremendous supporter of the Rebels Forward mentoring program. And he's actually here tonight to say a few words and to welcome everybody. So I turn it over to Dean Venkat.
You're muted, Dr. Venkat.
There you go. So can you hear me now? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks, Marian and Javier. As Marian said, this is our 4th year. The first year we started with, I remember, 3 students and 1 mentor. Manjit was the one who originated the idea and started the program. Since then, we have slowly grown it. I think now we are looking at more than 50 or so mentors and probably 100 or 150 students, mentees. So this is, to me, is see the growth of this program. Being an engineer, I like to plot these things. It's an exponential growth. I really, really love that. So this is amazing. And I'm telling you how this is going to make a difference. I'll give you a couple of data points. Our 6-year graduation rate, let me tell you what the 6-year graduation rate means. That is a Federal Department of Education monitors for every university a number called 6-year graduation rate. That is, a freshman comes into a university like UNLV. In 6 years, how many of the freshmen who came in graduate cumulatively? That number is a very critical number. Of course, for Harvard and MIT, this number is 95%. Most of them would graduate in 4 or 5 years. For a school like UNLV, this number, I think, is right now 44%. And I am interested in a specific number called, if they came into engineering, how many of them will graduate in engineering in 6 years? This number has been an abysmal 21% for College of Engineering for many years. This year, that number became 30%, from 21% to 30%. That's a 9 percentage point jump. One of the reasons that is jumped is because of this mentoring program. The mentoring program helps to keep the students in focus in school, shows them the light at the end of the tunnel, what the opportunities are, provides internship opportunities, great advice from many of you who are engineers or business folks and alumni. And I am telling you, to graduate a student from UNLV takes a lot of effort. It takes a village, literally village of you, to let them graduate. So I'm telling you, your services are greatly appreciated. It's a little bit of work, and anytime you have difficulty, any challenges, please talk to us, and we would love to help you get through it, because you are helping our students. And when these students graduate from our college, and most of them are, by the way, first generation, most of them take financial aid, a lot of them have to work. And when these students graduate from UNLV, they make 60, 70K. When they tell me that they found a job in Lockheed Martin or Ford motor company someplace, I'm telling you, I'm delighted to hear that story. And you are at the heart of all of that. So please continue to do this. And I appreciate all your help. And anything else you need from me, please let me know. Thank you.
So much, Dr. Venkat. So
it's the only thing you have to remember to unmute and then mute and then unmute. So thank you, Dr. Venkat. We really appreciate the welcome and your support as usual. Javier, do you want to bring up the presentation, and we'll call Manjit Gombra Singh to the stage if possible? And we will get started. We're going to give you a little bit of background on the program, not too much, because I think most of you are familiar with Rebels Forward and the mentoring program now. But for the new folks, we want you to be very clear on how you're going to move forward along this program. setting some expectations between you and your mentee and vice versa, and what we hope to achieve this semester. Is Manjit in the house? So we just did the welcome, and this is your support group on the screen right now. So as we mentioned, Javier is your mentoring program coordinator. He is your contact for any of your day-to-day issues, challenges, obstacles, questions. That's who you're going to go to. We work together with the Engineering Career Services Program. And of course, Manjit Gombra Singh, who many of you know, is the mentoring program founder. So Manjit, are you here? If you are, just click on the area where the...
Can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Okay, wonderful. Good afternoon. Thank you. I want to welcome all the mentors and mentees to this program, which we, as Dr. Venkat and Marian have covered, we started a few years back, and it's been really humbling to see the growth and the conviction we have seen, the commitment we have seen from the community. Really appreciate you being part of this journey with us. We have grown the program quite a bit, and there's been a lot of help along the way, particularly from our mentors and Dean Venkat and Marian and several other people. So welcome. We wanted to start a program which was unique. Really our mission in this program is to provide a mentor to any student in College of Engineering that needs one. It's simply to provide that. We know that mentors change lives, and that's really what this platform is all about. Dr. Venkat examples about the difference that this program makes in terms of giving confidence, reducing anxiety about transitioning through the rest of the academic program, and then transitioning into the industry partnership. And that's what's really unique about this program, is that we try to engage with the students early in their career, in their education program. We try to go to them in the second year, and then we want the mentor and mentee relationship to form in the early stages and then grow over the years as the students grow. That's one of the differences that we like to make, like to have in this program. The other one is we're really trying to get as many people ready for the next step, whether that's academic or going to the industry. Most of the people actually will steer towards the industry, and so most of our mentors, therefore, are from the industry. And we're really grateful to the great partnership we have with several mentors who have continued with us from day one, and they're continuing, that community is continuing to grow. So like any mentorship program, this mentorship program gives you as much as you give to it. So that it does take a little bit of effort to engage, but my advice to the mentees is to take full advantage of your mentors' network, their professional experience, and their guidance. And of course, the team here is available for helping out in anything that we might be able to help out. With that, I'll hand you back to Javier.
Thank you so much, Manjit, for your support in our program. We always appreciate it.
Absolutely. So looking at your screen right now, you can see our growth from spring 2021 to current. We've really grown our mentors quite nicely. The difference with the mentees is that the request was put out to our mentors: would you like to mentor 1 or 2 students this fall? And the majority of you selected 1. So that's why the numbers of mentees has remained pretty close to the same number. We'd like to encourage you to consider taking more than 1, because we have, how many students in the College of Engineering now? I think we're over 3,000. So as Manjit said, we want to give this opportunity to as many students as we possibly can. No pressure, but just something to think about. If you can take more than 1 student, we would gratefully appreciate that. So here is our current list of engineering mentors. You can look at the variety of industry that is there. It's amazing to us. We're really, really delighted with the broad and vast range of industry represented. The UNLV icon obviously represents our alumni. And between this slide and the next, you can see it's about half and half. Half of our mentors are alums, half are not. Many are local, many are not. So that's why we keep our orientation virtual, because we have so many mentors who are actually outside of the Las Vegas region. So really, really nice group of industry partners. And again, this is such a huge success for us. And we're so proud to have you all as part of this program. You really are changing lives. So Javier, with that, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. Like Marian said, I'm Javier Rodriguez. I am the mentoring program coordinator for the UNLV College of Engineering. So a little bit more about our program that we have here, the Rebels Forward Mentoring Program. That's all you guys know. This program is a one-on-one mentoring program, or if a mentor has decided, or if a mentor has decided to mentor two mentees, that's also awesome. We appreciate all the hard work. What we ask is of you that are in our program is to do a monthly 1-hour meeting and plus one additional interaction. This can mean a lot of things. In the past, we have had students go into the offices of their mentors, or their mentors talk more about their projects they're working on, just anything else that will keep the conversation of mentorship going in the right directions. Like I said previously, mentors are either paired with 1 or 2 mentees. Most of you selected 1, which is great. So the way that I tried to pair all of you is by your major. So if you're a mechanical engineer major, I tried to pair you with someone in the field that's a mechanical engineer major, or someone's a computer science major, someone in the field that knows a lot about computer science. One thing that does happen sometimes, we have much more mentors in one field than the other. So if you do have a mentor that's not in your field, I still recommend talk to them. They still know a lot about engineering. They still know a lot about the engineering field. But because sometimes we get more mentors in one industry than the other, sometimes we need to pair some students in electrical with maybe mechanical, or mechanical with electrical, or civil with construction, or one way or the other, just to make sure we have enough mentors for mentees and enough mentees for mentors. This specific connection that we started today will last 3 months. That is a semester long, so about December 19th is when we will wrap up this mentorship connection. But we are encouraging you to stay with the same mentor for the time you're in the program. So if you're in the program till you graduate, we recommend that you stay with the same mentor until that date. And of course, we recommend all students in our program to stay in the program until the graduation date. So this is a little bit more of the program overview. When you log into your Rebels Forward account, you will see this screen when you look at the connection that I have made for you, your mentor and your mentee, and the mentee for the mentor. And this is the plan. So pretty much this just starts planning out everything that you will be doing for the next 3 months. One of the first things is make sure you upload your assumption of risk and liability forms, the partnership agreement, prepare for your first meeting, schedule your first. Starts with this, plan what you're going to do for the next 3 months. And you will see that as soon as you log into Rebels Forward and you click your mentorship connection and you hit plan.
Javier, if I could just interject really quickly, there are 4 arrows in the top right of the presentation screen if you need to make the screen larger. Just FYI.
Thank you. Looks good. Okay. So this is one of the very important parts as well. These is under the goals tab is where you will set your goals, where mentees and mentors will set up goals they want to hit for your first 3 months of connection. So it's very important because this is what pretty much the mentee wants to do and what the mentor wants to do, and everyone pretty much, you get your 3 months set up to make sure that you hit all the things you want to do during your connection that you will have with your mentor. So I know that's a bit of information. If anyone has any questions, please ask before I continue. I don't want to seem like I'm going too fast, but we do have a mixer type of event. We want you to talk with each other at the end. That's why I'm going a little bit fast. So if anyone has any questions, throw them in the chat. I might answer them a little bit later with the rest of the presentation.
You can also unmute and just ask a question. This is very informal, so if anybody has a question right now, please just unmute and ask it, or as he said, as Javier said, you can put it in the chat. Either way. Any questions so far?
Okay. I'll ask again a little bit later, so I'm going to continue with the overview. Now, this is another thing that's very important. Cronus, or Rebels Forward, has a lot of resources that you can use. There is an FAQ section, there are community sections, and of course the messaging and your notification settings, where pretty much you can set up your notifications to see what notifications you want to go to your email. And of course, if you need any help, there's a lot of resources in Cronus that you can just click around. I recommend within the next couple of days. I know you are all very busy students with a bunch of homework and classes and exams coming up, and mentors. You guys are more busy than us, I'm sure. But when you have a chance, log in, just mess around with the program, see what you can learn about it. If you have any questions, my email is on screen. Shoot me any questions as well. This is.
I'm so sorry. We just had a question. A gentleman said somebody said I don't see a mute. Latika, can you help us with that technical question? Are our participants able to unmute and actually speak, or do they have to put the questions in the chat? I may have misled some folks. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this platform, you actually have to if you just raise your hand, I'll advance you to the stage so you can speak. Yeah, no problem. I know each platform is different, so not a problem. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, so Javier, you can keep going. Just keep going. Sorry about that.
Kurt, did you have a question though? Because I advanced you to the stage, so you should be able to speak now.
No, thanks. Okay.
Okay.
They like Latika's screen pick. I
do too.
I'm going to shut up so he can finish his presentation. All right, Javier.
This is the Cronus mobile app, which is the platform that Rebels Forward runs on. So if you download this app, you can have it on your phone. The one good thing about this is that you will get messages right to your phone. The app is still under development. This app is just the platform we use. I would recommend 100 times more if you can have access to a computer, use a computer. I like the app to get messages straight to your phone. I don't like the app to do anything else. So if you can have access to a computer, get it on your computer, do it on your PC, laptop, anything else. Just your phone the app is good for messages, but that's about it, to be completely honest with all of you.
Work on their app is what we're basically trying to tell you.
So here is the connection plan. So earlier today, I released all your pairings. So you've all officially been paired with a mentor, and mentors have been officially paired with mentees. So today is the start of the program, September 20th. We would like you to upload all your liability and agreements, your commitment forms. We would like you to schedule and have your first meeting within the next 30 days and establish those goals and create an action plan. That's what I talked about earlier. Just making sure that you know what you want to do in your 3 months. On October 18th, we ask that you do the 30-day checkpoint survey. And this is just to see how you're doing, what you're doing, making sure you're staying on top of things, making sure that you're comfortable with our program. So then continuing on our schedule, December 11th will be the semester will end for UNLV students. So I know we said this last year, that last 2 weeks of this, the first 2 weeks of December, those last 2 weeks of our semester, if you can't get a hold of your mentee, it's probably because they're studying for their finals. So we apologize, but sometimes we get a little bit busy in those weeks, especially those your mentees. December 19th will be the evaluation survey. We will send out a survey saying, hey, what did you like about our program? What didn't you like about our program? How can we improve our program? Just a basic survey that says, what can we do better for the spring semester? Something that will happen in early December. We're going to start recruiting more mentors to bring into our program for the spring semester. And then in late December, early January, you will all get more information of the continuation of our program into that spring 2022 now semester that will happen soon.
So Javier, we have a question. Does Rebels Forward work on Android? I believe it does.
I believe it does.
Yeah. And then another question, what if you don't know what your goals are? That's something you should work together on. The mentor and the mentee should decide what the goals should be for this semester.
Correct.
Remember that it's basically career and professional development, not academic. So mentees should not be coming to mentors asking for help with homework or projects. This is really about your career and professional development. So my suggestions and examples might be, getting a resume written or doing a mock interview this fall with each other. Or maybe you go and visit a company that the mentee is interested in. Maybe you could do that together, or a virtual meeting with them. So the sky is the limit. You guys can really decide. The mentee needs to drive that. What are your goals personally for your career development this semester? And then see if your mentor can help you with that. The mentor may have some ideas of their own that they want to share with you that they would like to accomplish. So you guys need to have that conversation. It's going to be different for everybody. And we really stay out of your hair. It's really between the two of you and what you feel is going to best help the student.
I wanted to add, Marian, that's a great list of examples you have given, updating your resume, doing a virtual interview, visiting the company that the mentor might recommend. The other one that I found it quite useful is updating the LinkedIn profile, because no matter what you do going forward, someone important is going to look at your LinkedIn profile someday. And so getting the mentor to review that and incorporating comments from those should definitely be included in the goals.
That's a wonderful idea, Manjit. And I echo everything you just said, because we're a very small team in engineering career services, servicing over 3,000. That's just undergraduates. Then we have our master's and PhD folks that come to us for help too. So you all are really an arm of what I'm doing with the students. So yeah, anything around internships, experiential learning. Tim just said, I don't see Rebels Forward in the Android Play Store.
I do not believe Cronus has made the app available for Android, but if you can get access to a computer.
And Norman is asking about the agreements. Where can he find the agreements? How does he sign those and get those back to us?
All the agreements are inside Rebels Forward, so they should all be under Rebels. So let me go back to this slide. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
This slide, when you log in and you look at your mentoring connection, you will see one of the first things you are asked to do is upload assumption of risk and liability forms. If you click this button, this link, it will bring you to those documents, and that's where you will upload them and sign them.
And Norm, if you have trouble finding that, just email Javier and he will send you the link directly. You can always do that with Javier. You can always ask him specifically for what you need and he'll send it to you. But yes, everything should be self-contained within the Rebels Forward program.
Okay, and it looks like we have people that have confirmed that Cronus is So Rebels Forward is the name of the program that we came up with. We used the software called Cronus to run our program. So the name of the app inside the Android App Store is Cronus-App Mobile Mentoring. I'm going to go back.
You did find it there. Yeah, it did seem odd that they might not have something. Yeah, Cronus is the platform. The branding name is Rebels Forward.
Okay, going back to our presentation. Like I've said before, kind of reiterating, from September to October, you should schedule your monthly meetings, create your goal plan. So that can be anything, whatever the mentee or the mentor are interested in. That's what you should put under your goal plan. Ask questions of ask questions of each other. So develop the relationship between your mentee and your mentor. Know their field, know what they're doing. Pretty much get to know each other very well, because this person will be someone that we hope that will help you a lot in your college career. And then, of course, complete those surveys that help us make decisions going forward. Those really help us to do better next semester. I know last semester we had trouble getting a lot of people to answer those surveys, so that's why I kept on reaching out to all of you to get that information from you, because we had a pretty not a very good response for our surveys last semester. So this is some questions you can start asking each other to get to know each other. What are the mentee's background and career aspirations? What is the mentor's background? How can that help the mentee? You've got both of yours, jobs, hobbies, and extracurricular activities. Any research or projects, career-related accomplishments. These are all good questions to start off with to get to know each other. Once you know each other, it's much easier to set those goals of what the mentee and the mentor want to do, which could be career advancement, leadership skills, acquiring knowledge on a particular areas of topic, networking with each other in different companies, more people at a company. Some challenges that we can anticipate is availability. We know that we're all busy, and it takes time to develop new skills and competency. With those goals, you create a goal plan. How will you know if you reach these goals? And the way that you know if you reach those goals is you'll be able to hit those goals, and you'll be able to check them off once you feel like you've hit each goal. Okay. And these are just some quick things that people have said about our program. Students feel like this program helps prepare people for their future career. It shaped my future as an engineer, someone said. And we had a electrical engineering mentor last year, a couple of semesters ago. Hopefully I'll get to work with this mentee in a professional world someday.
Somebody finally killed the big bee, I think. Did you hear that buzzing?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
But I'm glad.
So talk about, and this is out to mentees. This program, mentorship program, is career planning. It's not for academic help. So don't ask your mentors for help on your homework or exams or studying. This is not what this program's for. We have many programs here on campus to help you do that, but this program here for mentorship is for career planning, to look into the future as an industry professional, not for academic help. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to introduce Marian Mason again to some of the mentor and mentee guidelines.
You guys can read this. I'm not going to go over everything because we know some folks have to leave at 5 o'clock, even though we're going to 5:30. So we're going to kind of speed this up a little bit. But the key things here for the mentors. So mentors, I'm talking to you right now. Number one, Anything that your mentee shares with you is confidential. Please keep it that way. This helps build your trust level and helps to foster their creativity and independence and build their self-confidence when they know that anything that they share with you remains confidential. We ask you to, really help them where they are, meet them where they are, and try to encourage them and be there for them. A lot of our engineering students, as you know, having been an engineering student, many of you, are quite shy and hesitant and introverted. And so we work very hard here at Engineering Career Services to conduct workshops to bring them out of that shell. Anything that you can do to help them learn to articulate their skill sets. Role-playing, how they can do an elevator pitch, for example. We have a STEM Day career fair coming up Friday, October the 8th. And they need to have a strong resume ready for that. They need to have an elevator pitch ready for that. These are wonderful things that you can help them do this fall. Don't ignore them. Don't ghost them. That's the new term, right? Don't ghost your mentee. If they reach out to you, and you're busy, just say, hey, I'm super busy. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, right? Just the same thing you would do with anybody. We have had that happen in the past, and we've had to repair people because of lack of response. So my advice is just, shoot them a quick email, let them know you can't do it right then or whatever. Don't be all things to these folks. Just really try to see where you can help and where you think you can help move the needle for them. I think that's the key. So mentees, let's talk to you for a moment. You need to be proactive. You can't be too shy. You need to reach out to your mentors and try to tell them where your needs are and what you need help with. They are here to roll up their sleeves and go to work and help you, but you gotta be able to articulate what you need help with. Is it a better resume? Is it an elevator pitch? Is it just getting comfortable networking with people? All normal things at this point in your life, and they can help you with this. Figure out what your goals are. I tell people when we do resume workshops, think of a triangle overlaid on your resume with the job title sitting on the point, and then everything inside your resume should try to help push you toward that job title. Maybe you do one specific type of resume for one specific type of job, and your mentor can help you with that one. Then maybe you develop a second one for a totally different role, right? So think outside the box. Think about the time it's going to take to do this. Set aside time for this process. Be open and honest with your mentor. Don't ghost your mentor. The reverse also goes, right? So you want to show up and participate and engage and be with them. They are volunteering their time and their energy to help you. They do not get paid for this. Surprise, they don't get paid to do this. So don't take advantage of the situation. I mean, do take advantage of the situation, but don't take advantage of them, right? Make sure that you're speaking clearly about your time and what you can afford to do and when you can do it, and get clear on your meetings and so on. Don't expect access to their network. You have to work to earn that, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now. And the average length of time, honestly, in the professional world, what we tell people is don't ask for any favors for at least a year. You really need to develop a relationship with people before you start asking for favors, right? That comes across as really tacky. There's just no other way to put it. So you have to develop relationships with these people before you start going, hey, can I get an internship with your company? It doesn't work like that. They don't know you yet. They don't know what you can do. You're going to have to demonstrate that and earn their trust and respect just like you would for anybody else. Okay, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Javier's moved to the next screen. So now some questions, and then we're going to have some fun doing some mixing and mingling. Tim says we probably can't help you with your homework anyway. I can't, Tim, so I'm right there with you. I get it. Any other questions, folks? There is a mentor table list that Latika just put up. So how do you navigate to the table view? Okay, so can we go back? Can we remove the presentation and go back to the table layout? Or what do we?
Actually, I think the question is, how do we navigate to the table view? I will release everybody after the presentation is over and take you back to the floor.
She's the technical coordinator. She's in charge of when we can move and when we can't. Once we get to the big table layout where we were, you bet, Tanya. And I don't know.
You'll just find your table. You'll either be on floor 114, you just double click on it, and you'll be sitting at your table.
Yeah, it's really cool, guys. Just click on a table, and you know what? Once you meet your folks, get up and move around and chat with other people. If you don't know everybody and you want to go meet somebody, go meet somebody. That's the point of all this. This is networking, right? We want you to mix and mingle and enjoy this. And this is a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for our mentors to meet each other as well as their mentees. It's a great opportunity for the mentees to meet other mentees and other mentors. So this is a time now to get in. Mentees are in the same room or on the second floor. They are all mixed. You are all mixed up.
So if you now log into your Rebels Forward account, you will be able to see who your mentee or mentor is, and then you can find where you're sitting. So mentees, if you want, if you're a mentee, log into your Rebels Forward account real quick, and you can see who you've been paired up with, and you can find them at their table.
Yeah, if you haven't had time to do that, you do need to log in. But if you find your name, I mean, if they find their name, is their mentee right there too in that same room?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just look at your table. You don't even have to log into Rebels Forward. You can just look at the table, find your name, your company, right? And then your mentee should be right there, their name.
I'm not sure if mentees are on the table name, but I'll double check.
Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, so let's clarify that. Do we have mentees at the mentor tables or no? Or the mentees just, they need to know who their mentors are and they come in and find them? That was actually a question.
Give me one second. No, so I don't believe they're on the table name.
Okay.
So log into Rebels Forward mentees real quick.
Yeah. I've said two things wrong today, so sorry. So yeah, the mentees will be allowed in, they're in, and then they will come to you. So you need to find your company table. That's right, the tables are labeled with the company and the mentor name. The mentees will come to you and find you. And then once you guys have a chance to chat and connect, then you can mingle. Does that make sense? Yeah, so Spencer's, take over, Spencer. Yeah, mentors, find your table and hang out there. Mentees, find that same. Thank goodness you're here. Yeah, Sean, you know how this works. You could probably say some stuff. And Amanda, you guys know how this goes, right? We did this the same thing we did last time. So yeah, you see the dashboard, not the tables. That's because you haven't been released yet, Tanya. That's what Latika was just saying. We're in the presentation mode right now. And in just a moment, she's going to release the presentation mode and we go back to the floor plan. And that's where you're going to see everybody. It takes a minute to kind of figure it out. So Greg is asking for the website address for Rebel Forward. Do we want to put that in the chat, Javier? And I think you're muted. I'm not hearing anything. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Spencer, once again. Spencer, you're just too fast. You're just too fast. I love it. There it is, rebelsforward.cronus.com. That's it. Hyperlinked in the chat. Thank you, Spencer Fairbarn. Mr. Britt, I love you. You're the best. Appreciate you.
I apologize for the quick.
So Latika, I think, are we ready to release everybody to go to their tables at this point?
I'm ready when you are.
I think we are. Let's do it.